the buses, as nice as they are, you have to wave them down. And sometimes I forget to do that and I'm just like waiting at the stop, waiting for the bus to come, and then it just passes me by because you have to stand there and like,
And the bus, like, you see, like, there's a button, like, if you want to stop, like, you need to press, because sometimes they don't stop, like, on each station, so if you don't press on that button, like, they won't stop,
Yeah, and then sometimes I get nervous and I press it too early, and then I have to be like, wait, no, I'm not getting off yet. Yeah.
So it can be awkward.
The buses are hard. Hi, my name's Lydia. I come from Ontario, Canada. I am a second year studying computer science at Minerva University, and so I'm going to different cities all around the world, and I just arrived in Taipei. I'm excited to try the different foods here and learn a bit more about the city.
Why did you come to Taiwan?
So I came to Taiwan because I'm at a university that kind of moves around every semester. And so we take classes online with the school, and then the whole 200 of us go to a different city, and we have like a residence building in that city and some staff members. And so yeah, we were in San Francisco to start, and then we went to Seoul, and now we're here.
Also, it's like 200 people come to Taiwan.
Yeah, there's a lot of us.
Yeah, wow. And like, do you guys like kind of like go all together around?
Yeah, it's really nice. Like we have the residence building, but then because we don't live on a campus, we just explore the city, and we go to like the grocery stores and the gyms and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, this is cool. Yeah. And so it's like all people kind of like the same, right? Like all your classmates is like for like all the time is the same, right? People.
Yeah, all 200 people stay the same.
What did you know about Taiwan before you come here?
Honestly, not a lot. It's funny because like when I came, that's when all of the stuff about like Taiwan and China was in the news, and so I was telling people like, oh yeah, I'm going to Taiwan. They were like, are you sure you're going to Taiwan? So I knew about that, and I read like one book just about the history a bit.
Okay.
But I didn't have a lot of expectations, and it was nice because I came here and like nobody talks about the conflict with China. Like it's just this very peaceful, like nice place. So, yeah.
When you just came here, like what was your first impression about Taiwan? Like did you have one?
Okay, my first impression was that it was really warm.
Oh, warm. Okay.
Like when I remember coming off the out of the airport, yeah, and it was just like really warm. But there was this like really cool breeze that was coming in. Like it felt like there was like an air conditioner in nature. So yeah, like the climate was just completely different here. Yeah.
And like what other places you have been before? Like before you come here, like what other countries?
In like East Asia, I've been to Korea and Japan as well.
Okay. I know you've been here like for 3 weeks, but maybe like for 3 weeks you have like kind of like idea like what do you think is the main difference between like Korea or Japan and Taiwan? Like
yeah, Taiwan, I mean like warmer because of the climate, but also the people seem to be more open and friendly here.
Okay.
Like in Korea and Japan, I remember everything was very like reserved and structured, but in Taiwan there seems to be more just like life and people. Like I remember I was lost in this train station once, and I was just kind of like looking at my phone, looking around, and this man came up to me. He's like, "Where do you want to go?" And he just took my friend and I to our platform and showed us where we had to go.
This is nice. And how about like Canada and Taiwan? What do you think is the major difference between Canada and Taiwan?
It's like a million differences between Canada and Taiwan. Like Canada's so big, right?
Yeah, right.
And then Taiwan is this like very small island, and so it's interesting how close everything is. Even though there's like so many different cities, there's mountains, there's all of this, it's all much closer. Whereas in Canada, it's like you drive for 3 hours and you're just in another small town, and like not much has changed at all.
Yeah, right. Are you planning to go, like to travel around or not?
I want to, yeah. Like I actually brought my tent with me because I heard that camping is super big here. So I want to go camping and hiking the mountains. I've also heard that the islands are really beautiful. So I want to check out some of the smaller islands.
And you should also go like some mountains here. In Chinese they call it Yunhai. It's kind of like a cloud. So it's like you're on the mountain and you can see the clouds.
That sounds so nice.
Yeah, and if you could do the camping there, it will be pretty cool.
Yes.
I know you've been here for 3 weeks, and did your teacher or anyone give you a Chinese name or no?
Yeah, actually my friend gave me like, they sent out this form and it was like your English name, but then give like 3 things that you're interested in. And then they gave me a Chinese name. I won't know how to pronounce it. Maybe you can help me with that.
Yeah, right. No, I don't think I know like what. Yeah, let me see like how to.
So it's that, like those are that's the people.
Liu Ningxi.
Yeah. Liu Ningxi.
Because is it because Lydia or not Liu?
It's because I think it's Lydia, and then it's also like they gave me a different meaning. So there's one that's like a tree.
Wrote like explanation
why.
Yeah,
they wrote an explanation. So like I'm tall and I like trees. So one of them means tree.
This is cool.
Yeah. So I do have
Liu Ningxi, right? Okay, this is cool.
I haven't had the chance to use it much. But
No. But if someone asks you,
exactly.
I'm Liu Ningxi.
Yes.
And like, what do you think about Chinese language? Did you hear people speaking? Like, what do you think?
I have heard people speaking. It's so difficult to understand. I feel bad. I haven't really tried to learn much because I know I'm only here for 4 months.
But because you know a little bit of Japanese, right?
Yeah.
And some characters are the same.
Yeah.
So you can read like those Japanese characters, right? Can you tell the meaning of the words or not? Because some of them like is same.
Some of them are the same, and like I try, and sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, mountain, and that's the mountain character. But a lot of times I'm like, well, I know that in Japanese that can mean happy. I couldn't tell you what that means on this food label, But, you know, so
right. And now I want to ask you about like the food and drinks. So,
okay.
What was the first food or drink you tried?
Yeah, I think I had boba. I think in one of the first days, just because like you have to, you know.
Yeah, right.
And it was really good. It was really cheap and nice, and yeah.
Is there anything like you saw like in Taiwan you think, oh, wow, this is strange or weird, like for?
I'm really surprised by like how many trees there are, because in Canada like the cities are very like concrete and gray, and there's not a lot of plants. But here there's like trees everywhere, like in the middle, like not in the middle of the road, but there's like road, and then trees right down the middle.
I mean, like even here, look. Like,
and they're so pretty, like. Yeah.
How about like Japan? Like because the place you stay there, is it like also like a lot of nature or not?
Yeah, but I stayed in a more rural area of Japan, and so we were kind of surrounded by forest and by cabbage fields, and so that was really nice. But it wasn't like in the middle of the city, and so it was really unexpected to be like in the capital city, but to still be surrounded by nature.
Okay. This is cool. What things do you like about Taipei?
Ooh. I really like the transportation here.
Okay.
Like it's such a big city, but you can get to so many places, like with MRT or with the buses. The bikes, I really like.
Oh, you tried U-bike, right?
The U-bike, yeah, you can just rent them anywhere and you can get places, and like there's bike paths and bike lanes everywhere, so it's really easy to use the bikes.
And do you get like easy card or iCash?
Yeah,
or?
I have like the really cute one. It's not like a card, it's like a little keychain.
Oh, yeah. This is cool.
Yeah.
And do you have something similar in Canada or like somewhere else you've been to or no?
Not really. Like in Canada, usually we just have like the Metro cards.
Metro, okay.
But I mean, I live in a small town, and so it's like $2 to ride the bus once, and it's like I'm just getting somewhere else in my small town. It's not like here where it's like
completely different, right? Yeah. And like so far, like what things you don't like about Taipei?
The weather is really unpredictable.
Oh, right.
Like it'll look like a beautiful sunny day, and I'll leave like just like this, and then it'll start pouring rain. And I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. So I'm still trying to get used to that. I should start carrying an umbrella. I think,
that's true. I mean, like I think like most of the people, they would buy a small umbrella and always put like in the bag. Like,
yeah, I think I have to do that.
Yeah, like it will be helpful.
Yeah.
You've been here 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you face any difficulties? Maybe you got lost because you don't speak Chinese, or maybe like you tried to order something, or there's like you guys cannot communicate, or?
These are two very random things. But the first is the buses. As nice as they are, you have to wave them down, and sometimes I forget to do that, and I'm just like waiting at the stop, waiting for the bus to come, and then it just passes me by because you have to stand there and like so that one's hard. And then also there's so many motorbikes everywhere, and I've almost gotten hit like so many times because they just zoom, and I don't know all the traffic rules, like if you can turn right at a light and stuff. So we always have this awkward standoff where they're like waiting, and I'm trying to walk.
In the bus, like you see, like there's a button, like if you want to stop, like you need to press, because sometimes they don't stop like on each station. So if you don't press on that button, like they won't stop.
Yeah, and then sometimes I get nervous and I press it too early, and then I have to be like, wait, no, I'm not getting off yet. Yeah.
So it can be awkward.
The buses are hard.
If you have the chance, like, is there anything you would change about Taiwan? Like, it can be like anything, like maybe like weather or like anything like.
Oh, I honestly don't think so. Like, I really like it here so far. I wish I could understand Chinese, but I wouldn't change that about this. I would change that about me. But yeah, the people are amazing. The food is wonderful. Even the weather, like it's not something I'm used to, but it's still really nice. Like it's warm. I don't have to wear coats. Yeah.
The place you live in Canada is like winter, right?
Yeah, I mean, I live close to the south of Canada, so it's not like always super cold, but it has like I think the coldest I've ever felt in Canada was like -40 degrees.
Oh,
Celsius.
40! Wow,
yeah.
that's a lot.
It was cold. It was really cold.
But like it's gonna snow like every year, right?
Usually, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for today's video.
Okay.
Thank you very much for sharing.
This was nice.
And let's say bye-bye together, right? Okay. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.